What is up everybody, I'm hoping you're all well and welcome back to my Suggestion Sunday series. A series in which I choose a movie at random suggested by you guys in the comment section below of any of my Suggestion Sunday series and review it for you guys. And today's comment comes from Cinema and Film Buff, who has actually commented on pretty much every single one of my Suggestion Sunday series, and that movie is a classic Disney film that I've grown up with since I was a kid, that being this movie right here. So as usual, without any further delay, let's get this intro out of the way and get right down to this review. Mary Poppins. So Mary Poppins stars Julie Andrews as the iconic character that is Mary Poppins, who is hired by Mr. Banks as a nanny for his mischievous children to hopefully set them straight. However, Mary Poppins is not your average run-of-the-mill nanny, and she ends up changing not only the kids' lives but Mr. Banks' lives and spreading happiness throughout the Banks household. And as I mentioned in my intro, this is a classic movie that I have grown up with for many years. I first watched this when I was just a little kid. I absolutely loved it then. I still love it to this day now. Not only for the stunning animation that still holds up to this very day and a very engaging, entertaining and hilarious and heartwarming story, but also for the performance of Julie Andrews, who just lights up the screen every time she's on there as this iconic character. She has such a warm presence whenever she appears on screen that you can't help but take her eyes off her. She's such a loving character. She's very kind and caring towards the children, whilst also being very stern, and her voice in this movie is spectacular. For those of you who don't know, and I'll be surprised if you actually don't know this, Mary Poppins is in fact a musical, and it is a stunning musical at that. The musical numbers themselves are absolutely fantastic. They are catchy, you can sing along to them every single time you watch this film, provided of course you've watched it enough to actually learn the lyrics like I have. And no matter how many times you rewatch this movie, it just never gets boring. It never lets up on being entertaining, which is certainly helped by Julie Andrews' incredibly charismatic performance as Mary Poppins. Another incredibly charming and charismatic character is definitely Bert, played by Dick Van Dyke, who brings this sort of fast-paced energy to every single scene that he's in. He's quite over the top and animated in the way that he acts, and he makes for a very entertaining character. And despite whatever you think about the accent that he puts on, he is still very entertaining in this movie, and he gives a hell of a performance. His chemistry with Julie Andrews is just fantastic. It's phenomenal. They bounce off of each other really well. They both light up the screen with the chemistry that they're sharing together. They just have such a great dynamic together that you can't take your eyes off them. The rest of the cast are all terrific as well. David Tomlinson as Mr. Banks is incredible. Comes off as quite a stern father figure who likes things to be done his way. He has his own sort of system. He likes to do things by the book, which in turn leads to his kids actually acting out against him because he doesn't actually open up to them. Like, all kids really want to do with their father is have fun and play, and Mr. Banks doesn't unfortunately give that to his kids. He's focused far too much on work and having this perfect pristine life that he doesn't really open up to his kids in that sort of way, which like I said leads to them being quite mischievous. But that of course all changes when Mary Poppins turns up and he does start to learn the value of family, the value of his children. And watching that character's arc from the start of the film change as it goes to the end of the film is very satisfying to see. As I said, all the musical numbers are very memorable, and of course the dance choreography for Step in Time is just phenomenal when you watch it back. The movie itself is very well directed, and the camera never shies away from showing off all the dance choreography that it has on show. There's a lot of very talented people that worked on this movie, and they should be really proud of it because it still holds up today. There's a reason this movie is still considered a classic, and it is because it is still such a fun and enjoyable movie for kids to watch now, as well as adults when they watch it when they were a kid. Mary Poppins is and always will be an iconic film that will be loved for generations. You may even say that this movie is in fact supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and so for all those reasons I'm going to give Mary Poppins 5 stars. So, Mary Poppins, have you guys seen it at all? What do you guys think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, this is a Suggestion Sunday series, so any movies that you would like me to review, just comment below on this video or any other video of the Suggestion Sunday series, and I will put it in my little box to be chosen out at random to review for you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.